Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 27, and today's episode is an in-depth special look at this save. Now, I want to say straight away, if you're coming back to the series and waiting for the new season, we're not starting a new season today. That's going to be starting on Saturday morning. There's no games today. So if you'd like to give this episode a miss, it's just a bonus one, then feel free to do so and return on Saturday morning for the start of the new season. But yeah, this is an in-depth look at this save, just to show you what's going on around the world, how Hull's looking in depth, 4 seasons in, and yeah, it should be fun to take a look at the more intricate details of the save. But if you'd just rather wait till the new season starts, then feel free to give this one a miss and come back on Saturday morning. Regardless, let's get straight into the episode, and got loads of stuff to show you. Let's just get straight to it. So of course, in the last episode, I asked you guys to comment what you'd like to see in this special episode, and most of you guys left comments asking for stuff that I'm going to show you anyway. But if I don't show you exactly what you want in this episode, then feel free to tweet me at Docklanders, and I'll happily provide you a screenshot of whatever it is you want to see. If you want to see what your favourite club's doing, for example, then tweet me at Docklanders, and I'll happily give you a screenshot of that and whatever else you want. But I'll try and get around to as much stuff as possible today, and we'll start with my profile in the game. Now, right now, as you can see, I'm on 30 grand a week. There's 2 years left on our current contract that, of course, started last season in mid-February. And right now, my stats have improved. I've now got a Continental B license there we go, in the top right. And I might as well start a new coaching course. Now we're in post-season. And we shall try and get my skills furthered. Perfect. Chairman's happy. Everyone's happy. This board, by the way, got to be the most cooperative board I've ever had in FM history. I'll tell you, every single request I asked for, I think 8 times out of 10, because it said 4 times out of 5, come on, maybe basic maths, they always say yes. They're brilliant. This board love me, and I love them. So yeah, these are my current stats right now. You can see where is the there we go, the career stats for me as well. You can see the highest fee we spent was on Borja Baston back in season 2. Most we received was Borja Baston in season 3. So yeah, it's pretty detailed FM, and I just love this game so much because I know some of you guys are going to be sitting there, never played the game before, and you just play career mode. The stuff I'm going to show you today, guys, is it's so in depth. And you can see all the statistics, all the little neat intricate things. It's great. So these are my overall stats anyway, and yeah, I'm doing quite well, aren't I? Now, one thing quite a few of you guys did want to see is why some of my players are unhappy here with Hull. Now, of course, last season we finished in 10th place. We're performing above expectations right now. Some of you guys are wondering why some of your players just aren't really very happy here at the KCOM Stadium. Well, the main reason is that I've failed to succeed in delivering on promises that I made to certain players that I either convinced to sign or convinced to stay. And I've never broken a single promise in real life. I'm almost 25 years old now. Every time I've promised something, I've always delivered. But in the game, I've broken like 20 promises in 4 seasons, and you can see exactly what promises I've failed and which ones probably aren't going to get hit as well. Some have been successful, but yeah, I've not done a great job at keeping my word here. And Falcao is, well, I'll just tell you right now, I was going to say it's till the new season starts, but I don't think I'll be able to avoid it now. Falcao is retiring in a few days' time, and I'm not one bit surprised because I literally gave him 3 promises to sign here, and I failed every single one. Was it free? I think it was free. I didn't play him as preferred position and role. Didn't assign him as penalty taker. Wasn't there another one as well? Maybe not. Okay, I thought it was free, but maybe just 2. But I'll show you the individual happiness of the players anyway. Now, a few players aren't just unhappy because I've broken promises, but some are unhappy because they want to leave the club and go to a bigger one. Brian Donnelly is interested. Spurs and Arsenal. No, Spurs and Chelsea are interested on Donnelly right now. We don't want to let him go. So what you'll see is that a few players are unhappy because of broken promises, but also a few players like Carter Vickers as well want to leave the club and join a bigger club that are currently interested in them right now. So it's very hard to keep these players here and to keep them happy as well. That's the key, to keep them happy as well when they're wanted by bigger clubs. Because unlike in FIFA, in FM, when a big club comes sniffing for a young talent that is currently playing for a team that's not, gold standard in the league they're playing in, then trust me, those players, as soon as they get whiff of that interest, they want to leave straight away. And it's very hard to keep them here. Obviously, some players want to leave first team football. Some of you guys pointed out that in the last episode, I mentioned Hernandez. He hasn't really been getting much first team football whilst he's been here, so it is hard for him to be consistent whilst he's not getting the game time. It's because he's fallen to 4th striker now. He's just not good enough anymore. Just face it. And yeah, so some players want to leave for first team football, like Heaty and Hernandez and stuff. But yeah, you'll see that most of the players are unhappy because they either want to leave to a bigger club, they want to leave for first team football, or they want to leave because I've broken promises. So yeah, right now it's very hard to keep the players happy when we're still not a great club right now, and we're not showing enough signs to become a really big club in the near future. And the players would rather leave right now and go to a bigger club whilst they're still interested. So that is why some of the players are unhappy, and hopefully that clears that up. Alright, so moving on, some of you guys wanted to take a look at the backroom staff with Hull City, so I'll show you the coaching staff, the physios and whatnot, the scouting team, and also the under-23s and under-18 staff as well. Now, as you can see, we've got a really good setup here at the KCOM Stadium, and I always encourage new players in FM to make sure you improve your coaching staff and your medical staff as quickly as you can, because many players that play for the first time just spend all their money on new players and hope that'll do, but you got to make sure you get your coaching staff good, you got to make sure you get your physios good as well. Otherwise, you're not going to see development in your players, and you're going to notice a lot more niggling injuries in training than you normally would. So let's take a look at the coaching staff first. As you can see, we've got the second best rating for goalkeeping coaches in the league. We are top in terms of defensive coaches, second in attacking, third in fitness, second in mental, top in terms of the technical coaching, second in tactical, and also second in man management as well. You can see our full coaching staff here. We've got a couple of ex-pros in there, such as Paul Scholes, always try and sign Paul Scholes. Ray Wilkins is there as well, and you can see the coaching attributes of the team as well. I always try and prioritize the individual attributes for the role they're going to do. I always feel that gives me the best way of doing things. You can see, like, for example, technical coaches always make sure Paul Scholes was there because he's 20. Fitness coaches always have 20 as well, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really important that you prioritize your coaching staff and get them to be the best they possibly can be if you want development in your younger players. And as for the medical team as well, we're top right now in the best medical team in the division. We got is it six physios here as well, and one head physio too, and these are our physios. There we go. And as you can see, loads of 20s across the board there, 19 as well, 16 too. Hence why with injuries here with Hull, we've had a few bad ones as well, but for the most part we've kept our side, you know, pretty fit, I would say, for the most part, and relatively injury free. I know we've had some big injury problems, but relatively injury free compared to some says. Our under-23 staff, as you can see, Johnny Walters is still here as our player manager of the under-23 teams, and the under-18 team as well. As you can see, John O'Shea is probably the headline in terms of the coaching in the under-18s, and that is our coaching staff, which right now is looking good. And as for the club as well, you can see the facilities we currently have here with Hull City. Our training facilities are the state of the art, which is the best they can be. The youth is great, so we've got great youth facilities. That's the second best, almost. So great youth facilities, and yeah, our facilities are really good. That's another thing I always encourage people to look at in FM. Always try and negotiate your board to improve your training facilities if you want to see your players develop much better, because it sounds really obvious, I know, but some people haven't played the game before wouldn't realise this, but when you have poor training facilities, it's harder for the players to progress in terms of development their attributes. Having better training facilities leads to quicker growth, or at least that's what I found anyway, and it helps them progress better as a player, and youth facilities help as well. So yeah, our training facilities state of the art, great youth facilities as well. Our youth level is now 2, which is alright, and also the KCOM Stadium hasn't been improved at all since I've been here at Hull, although we have been selling out quite a lot of our games, or at least coming close to capacity in a lot of our games, due to our good form over the past 2 years. So it's still a 25.5k stadium. It's still owned by the council, I do believe. Yeah, it is. So hopefully at some point we can either buy the stadium from the council, or just try and improve it ourselves and get it bigger, or maybe one day buy a new stadium. I rarely ever get to see my clubs buy a new stadium, but you know, it could still happen with Hull one day, and that's how the stadium's looking, that's how the facilities are looking as well, and the club's good. Now on the favourite personnel list and the icons and legends, as you can see, no more legends, no more icons, but we do have 3 players in favoured personnel who I do believe weren't here when I took over, and those are Abel Hernandez. See, it's not just you guys that like him, the fans, the virtual fans love him as well, so I'll keep him here for you, I'll keep him here, and Dye as well, which is great, he's obviously club captain now, and Josh Timon has made onto the favoured personnel list as well, despite only being 21 years old, so that's fantastic, and that should be more reason for you to stay, Josh, more reason for you to stay. I know he joined Stoke yesterday, wasn't it, yesterday in real life, but we're not letting Timon go, he's staying here, so that's the favoured personnel list, icons list, and legends list as well, and yeah, it's just, I love FM so much, I can't get enough of it. I could spend hours just looking through the save in depth, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this episode too, because I'm having fun just presenting you it. It's great. Now, in terms of the affiliate clubs here at Hull, we still have just the two. North Ferriby, which is one that was set up before I was here, and of course the one that we negotiated last season, which is Wycombe Wanderers. I just love affiliate clubs in FM. It's one of my favourite parts of the game. I know it's really trivial. It's one of my favourite parts of the game. I just love it so much. So in the new season, expect a new affiliate club to come, whether it's one from abroad or just another club that's in England as well for loans and whatnot. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But for those that don't know about affiliate clubs, basically you can get affiliate clubs that are domestic to loan players too. You can get clubs that are across Europe, so you can get work permits for your players. You can get affiliate clubs that are in countries such as America and Asia as well for commercial revenue. Like, it's just unbelievable how in-depth this game is, man. Seriously, it's unbelievable. So yeah, we'll probably get a new affiliate club in Season 5, I'm sure, and I might possibly go for one of those commercial links. That'd be quite good for a bit of extra revenue. In terms of the history of the club as well and how we've been improving, well, as you can see, since we've taken over, we have really improved a lot. Obviously, we're finishing 17th place back in Season 1. Season 2 was 14th, Season 3 was 14th, and of course now Season 4 is going to be even higher in 10th. So we are taking Hull to new heights, quite literally. And I did see in the last episode a couple of you guys saying you should look to try and find a new club. You've taken Hull as far as you can go. I disagree. I think we can still get even better with Hull and possibly even get to a European place in the next 2 seasons. So for the time being, I've got no plans to leave unless a big club comes in. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But that's the club, and these are the finances. And as you can see, our balance has improved now to £51.7 million. Now, £37.7 million in the transfer budget for the new season. Expect that balance to come tumbling down pretty quickly. But right now, as things stand right now in the save, we are currently at the richest we've been in the save so far at £51.7 million. So I've got a really tight grip on the finances right now. I always try to. And yeah, financially, this club is looking very, very healthy indeed. And the projected balance is just going to go up and up and up as well. Because I am a bit of a careless spender at times, but I would say I've been pretty good at keeping my club in check financially. So yes, expect the club to get richer and richer as the years go by, and the transfer budget to increase as well, which is fantastic. And at the end of 22-23, we should have £70 million to play with for the new season, and that'll be unbelievable. Now, in terms of the young talents here at Hull, obviously some of them are playing a role in the first team right now, but some of you guys want to know what's going on with a couple of the more younger talents that are in the under-23s and the under-18s as well. Now, we'll start with the under-18s, and as you can see, obviously there's only one to report, and that's Matty Payne. We briefly showed him last season, and he's getting on okay. He's only 15 years old, so he's still got a long way to go, but already 6'3". Definitely someone I'm thinking about as a youngster coming through the academy naturally that deserves game time as the years go by. So he's doing okay, I suppose. And in terms of the under-23s, you can see Park Young-Yu is progressing quite nicely. Where is he? There he is. Since his loan spell at Wycombe, he's still looking quite good. Willie Kirkpatrick, though, is one which you're going to expect to see next season. He looks really, really good already. He's already good enough to be in the first team. I've had him in the under-23s just because I felt, he's not going to get much first team football this season. So keeping the under-23s for the time being, but he's looking great. He's looking absolutely fantastic. And next season, I'm sure this guy is going to be heavily featuring in and around the first 11. He looks absolutely great, man. I'm so excited for this guy. And I suppose Nick Wesley as well is probably one other you guys will want to see. Right now, he's doing okay. He's not really progressed that much since he came in the start of last season, but he's doing all right. And also Smajic, the young Bosnian left-back we sent out on loan to Moscow, CSKA Moscow. He himself is doing okay, but nothing special yet. But again, on a free transfer, he might end up being good enough in the future to play a role in this first team. So yeah, those are the younger talents that not are in the first team right now, and how they're getting on. Oh, and Will Mannion as well. Sorry, I forgot about Will Mannion. He's doing all right. He's been on loan at Preston last season, and he didn't do too well, but he's still progressing all right. And as a backup goalkeeper next season, what I might do is sell Tom Heaton and have Will Mannion as our understudy for Raj, and I think that'll be a good decision. Now, as we take a brief look at the boardroom here, you can see right now that we are still improving our youth facilities, which is fantastic. As you can see, I always try and improve these as quickly as I can and get them the best they possibly can be. And my job security status is very secure at 65% right now, I do believe. 65%? 65%? Why can't I see? It should say 65%, surely. I checked a minute ago. It said 65%. There we go. Very secure, 65%. And yeah, my job right now is very secure due to the fact that I've really improved this team. And in terms of the confidence the board have in me, they're very satisfied with every single aspect so far, apart from one, which is understandably squad harmony, due to the fact there's quite a few players here that aren't the happiest due to the reasons we discussed earlier. One thing to show you as well is that some of you guys might be surprised to see that my job value is very low at just 14%, and you might wonder why that is. Now, for those that don't know, in Football Manager, you get your salary, which is obviously negotiable, and some people think that it's meaningless and it's arbitrary and it means absolutely nothing, so whatever you're paid means nothing. Well, actually, it means something. When you get paid more money, it costs more to sack you, therefore your job has more value. So the more money you're on, the harder it is for the club to sack you, or I should say, the more reluctant they'll be to sack you, because they'll have to fork out a lot more money. So yeah, the more you're on, the more wages you're paid, the more security your job has. So that's just one brief thing there for those that didn't know what the money you get in FM means. It does actually mean something, and there you go. So yeah, we're satisfied. The board's satisfied. Everything's going along really nicely, and I love looking at this section all the time, the transfer activity. I always have a really positive look on the transfers. Just say the board always have a really positive look on the transfers and what I'm doing right now, because I always seem to make really good business decisions. And as things stand right now, I've let the club down a little bit with a couple of them, like Marcus Henriksen, for example, only 37% there. Jonathan Dos Santos is 48%. Bowen as well, 36%. A bit weird, that one. But yeah, for the most part, the club is very happy with my transfer business in particular, and every aspect as well. So the club is happy, I'm happy, the board is happy, we're all happy here at Hull. Now, some of you guys wanted to see my transfer targets heading into Season 5. I will be honest, I'm not going to show you that today because I'd rather leave it as a surprise. You guys will prefer it as a surprise. Trust me, it's much better to do it that way because it's a lot more shocking when I sign a 39-year-old Wayne Rooney on 50 grand a week and everyone's like, what the hell are you doing, you stupid moron? You did it last year. But anyway, let's take a look at the Wonder Kids in the game. Some of you guys want to see how the current Wonder Kids are looking. So I've got a list here, and I'll try and go through them all if I can, and show you how they're currently getting on and what team they still play for. Now, Mbappe is still at Monaco, still looking really great in the game. He's not wanted by anyone, which is quite a surprise, but he's unbelievable, as you would expect. And he's just, I mean, seriously, man, if we could have him at Hull, we would be finishing in the top 4. I'm sure he's got some great stats and just absolutely unbelievable in the game. Pulisic is still at Borussia Dortmund, so another player still at their current club. He's wanted by someone. Who is it? It's, wow, okay, 3 big teams there, City, Bayern, and Real Madrid. But the American's looking absolutely fantastic, so I'm sure that'll please quite a lot of you guys. I know quite a few American followers, so hopefully you guys please see Pulisic doing really well. Brian and Bolo's at Chelsea, but not getting much game time. This is quite an interesting one. Chelsea signed him for £61 million, but they've not really used him much this season, so that's quite odd, but fair enough. And also Leroy Sané still at Manchester City as well. We also have Julian Brandt now at Borussia Dortmund, just signed from Bayer Leverkusen. Not sure we'll get him like in last year's Swansea save, but he's still looking great, and that's great. And Leon Bailey is now at AS Monaco as well. The Jamaican rapid winger looks fantastic. Where are we as well? Dembele still at Borussia Dortmund. He looks great as well. The French winger, of course, who is well, he seems to be able to play with either foot. He's so good with both feet, and he looks fantastic, absolutely awesome, and he's wanted by Manchester United as well. Bernardo Silva now at Manchester City, looks fantastic as well. Anthony Martial at Manchester United, looks fantastic too. I'm saying they all look fantastic. Obviously, they're Wonder Kids, mate, come on. And Renato Sanchez is still at Bayern Munich as well. He seems to be playing quite a lot of games from the bench. Now, he's wanted by Manchester United and Monaco, and I'm pretty sure this guy's on the move, as he's not really being, well, he is getting used, but a lot of the games are coming from the bench, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him leave. Gabriel Barbosa now plays for Chelsea in the game. He just moved from Inter Milan for £63 million, and he is unbelievable, man. He's another player we had with Swansea last season, but I don't think he's coming to Hull in this save, unfortunately. And Marcus Rashford is still at Manchester United as well. Technically, I was quite surprised to see these stats not be as good as I thought they would be, but physically, he's an absolute monster, obviously, absolutely rapid. And he's played a lot of games from the bench this season for United, but still a very talented youngster, and this has been his best season celebration for United in the game. Gabriel Jesus plays for Manchester City, looks very, very good indeed. And Gianluigi Donnarumma, this is the most interesting one, is now at Paris Saint-Germain. Yes, Donnarumma has gone to PSG. Now, of course, he's had these contract drama over the summer in real life over the past few weeks, saying that he didn't want to stay at Milan. He wanted to leave when his contract was up and whatnot, and Milan weren't going to sell him. They weren't going to give in to his demands, and everyone was saying, oh, he just wants more money. There's no loyalty in football. Well, he's certainly getting paid at PSG, that's for sure. He's on 185 grand a week here, valued at 39 million pounds, an absolute freak of nature, really. And 6'5", he's already been capped 39 times for Italy. Their Buffon replacement was ready before he retired, I think. And yeah, he signed for 36.5 million pounds, and he's unbelievable. I mean, Donnarumma is unbelievable. I think Raj is good, but I think I'd do anything for this guy, seriously, anything. And Dele Alli as well is the final one I'll show you. Still at Spurs, the ex-MK Dons midfielder, very, very good, all round, a fantastic player. And yeah, so those are the wonder kids to show you. And if there's anyone in particular you'd like to see, then again, tweet me at @Glanders, and I'll happily give you a screenshot of them. So the final thing I'll show you guys is the World Player of the Year, the awards, and also who's been doing what in the world in terms of winning the leagues domestically. As you can see, Messi has had a strong hold on the World Player of the Year over the past few years, and Cristiano Ronaldo has actually not been anywhere to be seen over the past few years, which is probably the most bizarre aspect of all of these things. I don't know what's going on there, but Ronaldo has still been decent enough for Real Madrid. I mean, you know, that's a decent enough. Still amazing, you know, despite the fact he's now 35 years old. So why he struggled to get anywhere close to the World Player of the Year, I don't know. But there you go. That's the World Player of the Year regardless, and who's been doing what. Now, in terms of the richest clubs in the world, as you can see, United are currently valued at 1.67 billion. Arsenal in second, Spurs third, PSG fourth, Liverpool fifth, Chelsea sixth, City seventh, Bayern eighth, Real Madrid ninth, and Dortmund in 10th. Hull City, though, are now up to 32nd in terms of the richest club in the world. Now, we have really improved this club financially speaking since I took over, at least I like to think so, and it's just getting better and better for the Tigers with me at the helm. So that's the World Player of the Year, the richest clubs in the game as well. And now let's go ahead and take a look at the success in terms of, where am I going here? The success for clubs domestically and what teams are currently winning their domestic divisions. Now, of course, United won the Premier League last year, you guys knew that, and in La Liga that was won by Real Madrid with 98 points. Barcelona finished in third place, Atletico Madrid in second, and Athletic Bilbao in fourth. In the German top tier, Borussia Dortmund actually won the title. Where can I do there we go. Borussia Dortmund won the title with Bayern finishing in second, 1 point behind them, so Bayern Munich finally toppled. As you can see, they'd won it every single year prior to this last one, so maybe their reign is over. We'll have to wait and see. But in the Serie A, as you can see, that was won by AC Milan. Obviously, they're making some great moves in real life this summer, and in the game, they managed to win the Serie A. Did I not show you the last few years in La Liga? I don't think I did I? Sorry about that. But you can see what's been going on there. As you can see, Juventus won it the past 2 years. Napoli won it in the first season, though, quite interesting. But Milan won it this season, their first title in a while. And in Ligue 1 as well, you can see what's been going on here. Paris Saint-Germain won the title this season with 107 points, only losing one game. Monaco finishing in second place. Monaco did win the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that, though. So PSG trying to get their reign back on track, but Monaco and PSG having the battles in the Ligue 1 right now. And the Portuguese league is the one I'll show you next, and that right now has been won by Benfica for the past few years, just like in real life as well. Alright guys, so that is basically that. Just one thing to show you before we end, and that is who won the World Cup in 2018. You'll be surprised to see the finalists, that's for sure. Portugal won it, but Australia reached a World Cup final in Russia 2018. That is absolutely crazy. And just a side note as well, the World Cup in 2022, obviously originally scheduled for Qatar, has now been moved to China as well. It's been moved to China, so that's good. Let's stop saying the word China and let's move on. So there you go. So the European Championship is about to begin. That's 2020, of course. Portugal won in 2016, as you guys know. But yeah, Portugal won the World Cup in 2018 as well. And there you go. So that will end today's episode of the Football Manager series, guys. I can't think of anything else I wanted to show you, so I want to say a big thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this special sort of like more in-depth look at the save. If you did enjoy the video, then please do consider leaving a like. Have a fantastic day, everyone. And of course, don't forget, on Saturday morning, Season 5 is going to begin with another one of those lovely transfer specials. So look forward to that. Thank you for watching. watching. Please do like you enjoyed the video. If there's anything in particular you guys wanted to see, which I didn't show you today, then tweet me at @DocLanders and I'll happily provide you guys a screenshot. But thanks for watching, much love to you all, and I'll see you for the start of Season 5 with that transfer special on Saturday morning.